Hello guys, my name is Mehdi and my presentation for the Country Specialist Project is based on Argentina. For those of you who don't know, Argentina was colonized by Spain in the 16th century and became divided apart during that era and it became a part of the Viceroyalty of Peru up until 1776. After it gained its independence from Spain in 1816, Argentina became a bit of a mixture of race of a nation, and most of the people emerged from Italian descendant and Spanish descendant as well. This is not the case for many countries in South America like Ecuador and Bolivia and Peru, who are mostly indigenous people that make up the most of the population. And of course, Argentina had major events, and one of the events that I found interesting that shaped up the way Argentina people are today is the extended civil war movement that happened in 1861, because people from the working class didn't feel like they were treated well, and they didn't feel like they had a voice in politics. And because of that, something big happened, and that was this guy right here on my right, Perón. That was when he regained power and used military tactics to become president in 1946. And because of Perón, the Peronism was born, which was a liberal and left-leaning Argentine political movement based on ideas and legacies of, Perón actually. And the Peronism only gained its popularity because of Perón's wife, Eva. She was actually the one who fought to expand the labor rights and assisted the passage of various laws, and that includes the woman's right to actually vote in Argentina. And despite its popularity, despite the Peronism popularity, Peron became a bit of a dictator. So he started dictating people, and people didn't like that. And of course, many criticized Peron's tactic of imprisoning his opponent, his political opponent, and not causing them to express freedom. And of course, despite all that, Peron still remained in power, and he did a third term in 1973 to 1974. Peronism still remained dominant, and it still is right now, even though the idea changed after Peron's death. The idea changed right now. It's more also trying to benefit everyone, but still people don't like it. They still they're a little bit skeptic because of, the history of the Peronism and its leader. But the good news is that the Argentinian government is now split into three branches: the legislative branch, the executive branch, and the local or judicial branch. So what happens is the president holds executive power, while the president and president are elected through universal suffrage. And the Senate consists of 72 members and 257 members serves for 6 years, while the Chamber of Deputies represent the district. And the judiciary including the Supreme Court and the federal judges, is composed of life-appointed members appointed by the head of the state, which Congress has to approve. And Argentina has also 23 provinces, and each of those provinces has its own constitutions, laws, and form of government. Today, the most well-known main export, or I should start with imports actually. The most well-known imports in Argentina consist of automobile parts and accessories, which makes up to 4.6%. Petroleum and gas and other gas, those are literally 4.5%, and of course soybeans, which takes up the 4.2%, and telephone sets is imported in about 3.2%. And on the other hand, the most imports stuff in Argentina are maize, and that's like 10% are imported into Argentina. Of maize are imported into Argentina, and there's also soybeans, that's 6.9%, and there's also wheat as well, which is 3%, that's imported into Argentina. The Argentinian currency is currently the pesos, and although it is the currency, someone like me who likes to travel can go to Argentina and still use a dollar bill because of the relationship between Argentina and America, which is great. And most of the restaurant over there actually likes it if you use cash to the restaurant. That cash, it could be a dollar bill or a $5 bill or whatever. And the dollar bill in Argentina is equals to 360.997 pesos, and the $5 bills is normally around 1,800 pesos. The Argentinian economy right now is going through an inflation, and the unemployment rates contribute to poverty in some areas in Argentina. And people who are previously regarded as the middle class are slowly slipping into poverty because the currency is dropping drastically, actually. And I'm sorry, most of those people who suffer the most are the Mapuche, the Quechua, and the Yaquira, and those are indigenous people of Argentina, which makes up a tiny population of a tiny portion of the population of Argentina as well. And the reason why they're mostly marginalized is because of their economic poverty and their traditional ways. They are mostly so heavy on tradition, so much so that people don't look at them the same. They don't take them into the consideration. They think they're poor, and of course they are because of the way the country is. But Argentina aren't really doing much to help them either, and they're also experiencing discrimination and prejudice as well. There is a small portion of Afro-Argentinians who are going through the same thing, but it's really hard to pinpoint like how many of those people are marginalized. But regardless, it still exists as it does in many countries. As I previously stated, one of the major challenges in Argentina right now is the economy, with the peso's rates and inflation going up. The economy is dropping despite it still being the third largest economy in Latin America. With a talented and educated workforce, the country has experienced economic turbulence over the last 75 years. A climate condition also contributes to that, which makes it difficult to get their economy up. But despite all that, the relationship between them and the United States is fairly good. The exchange between the U.S. and Argentina is keeping the country well organized and keeping it together. and it's making it easy, doable for them to produce high quality and good for customer service and all that. For the cultural aspect, we all know how much Argentina love football. Recently, in 2022, we saw our Argentina won the World Cup. Um, in my opinion, because of the referee, I mean, you can charge me all you want, but we all saw how easily those penalties were given. Coincidentally, you can see in the 1986 World Cup when Maradona, which is the guy with the World Cup, scored a goal with his hand. He will later on call it the hand of God, which was ridiculous because I mean, who would want to do that? But it's fine. It's the name of the game. They won the World Cup in 1986 with Maradona being the most gifted player of Argentina football, followed by Messi, who recently won, who helped them win the World Cup 2022. And that being said, with the popular culture, football is regarded as the number one watched thing in Argentina right now. And of course, there's also tennis, and I included a picture of Juan Pico Monaco, who's an infamous tennis player in Argentina today. And while I was doing my research, one of the most unique aspects that I found very interesting to me was the fact that Argentinians greet each other with kisses on the cheek. It's actually not regarded as something weird in Argentina, even though it is here in America, which I don't know why it is, but some of us with different backgrounds have, we do sometimes kiss people as well as in the Congo. It's a thing that happened in my country as well, but in Argentina, kissing someone on the cheek is customary. It's nothing weird. It demonstrates respect. It's just a friendliness that people do over there, and it's so unique to them, to their culture, that people just go on about their day and don't perceive it as weird as American does. But that was all for my presentation. Thank you guys for watching. I will include my 3 questions at the end, and here is my sources if you want to look at it for if you want to check it out, get your sources right. This is my page of sources. Thank you for watching the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed the presentation. Thank you.